we were discussing about the different types of vaccines. So vaccines are basically classified into two categories. One is the whole organism vaccine and the other one is subunit vaccine. So in the last video, I have discussed about the two types of whole organism vaccine, that means the attenuated vaccine and the inactivated vaccine. So these are two different types of whole organism vaccines. And the next category of vaccine, that is the subunit vaccine, is classified into many other types. So subunit vaccine means the entire structure of the pathogen is not present in the vaccine formulation. So in the subunit vaccines, the pathogenic organism contains several structures that helps to exert its pathogenic effect when it infects a host. That type of pathogenic structure that helps the pathogen to show its pathogenicity to the host, that type of structures are included in this subunit vaccine formulation. So only that pathogenic portion is added in the vaccine formulation, not the entire organism. So the entire organism is not pathogenic. Entire organism is not pathogenic. Only certain portion of the structures of the pathogen are responsible for the pathogenicity. So in these subunit vaccines, only the pathogenic portions are added in the vaccine mixture. So this is the case. This is the difference between the whole organism vaccine and the subunit vaccine. So these are the different types of subunit vaccines. The first one is DNA vaccine, conjugate vaccine, polysaccharide vaccine, viral vector vaccine, toxoids, synthetic peptide vaccines. There are different types of subunit vaccines. So any vaccine that contains certain portion of the pathogen can be categorized as the subunit vaccine. So in this way, there are different types of subunit vaccines. So we will discuss about few important subunit vaccines. In case of polysaccharide vaccines, the antigenic portion of the pathogen is a polysaccharide. So vaccine is prepared against this polysaccharide portion because the pathogenic portion of the organism is a polysaccharide. So this polysaccharide, if injected inside the body of the host, it will generate immunity, and immunity will be generated against which part of the pathogen? Against the pathogenic portion, which in this case is a polysaccharide. So if polysaccharide, if instead of the whole organism, only the pathogenic portion is injected inside the body of the host, then immunity will be generated specifically against that portion. And in this case, the antigenic portion or the pathogenic portion is a polysaccharide. In the category of polysaccharide, first the capsule layer. So capsules are present in certain bacteria. So that type of bacteria that have capsules are more pathogenic than the normal ones. That type of bacteria that have capsule layers secretes, they have an outer surface. The bacteria will have an outer surface called the cell wall, and the capsule layer will be secreted just outside the cell wall. So the bacteria will secrete a capsule layer outside the cell wall, and this capsule layer provides them with many benefits. Capsules provide different advantages to the bacterium. The main advantage is that the capsule helps the pathogen to avoid the immune system. So if capsule is present outside the cell surface, the immune cells are unable to attack the bacteria. So this is how the capsule protects the bacteria from being attacked by the immune system. So this is a major advantage. If capsule is present, the bacteria will easily avoid the immune system. Immune system of the host cannot attack the bacterium, cannot recognize the bacterium if the capsule is present, because capsule masks the antigenic portion of the pathogen. The major advantages of capsule is that it masks the bacterium. The immune system cannot recognize that it is a bacteria, so cannot generate an action against the pathogen. So this is a major advantage that is provided by the capsule layer. So if this kind of capsule is a polysaccharide, and if this polysaccharide is used as a vaccine, is used in a vaccine formulation, then antibody can be generated, then the immune system can raise a response against the pathogen. Immune system will be activated against the capsule layer, and then only the bacterium can be easily recognized and killed by the immune system. So this is the case. This is how the polysaccharide vaccines work.